What is happening, people? Hopefully we're doing all right. Bit of a recap yesterday. I took an EU buy break even here, which was pretty clean. And then I took a AU sell, which was the A plus entry that I was going after yesterday. And I copped a break even, and then that melted exactly like I thought it would. So I had 1 to 3 and then 1 to 6, I believe was my target, which it hit. Yeah, so I was in early on this break and then took this internal low. Looking back at it, I've put in some rules to kind of hold through this given the current scenario. But yeah, literally took me out of break even and then melted within, I think it's like 3 minutes, 7 minutes in the point. And then by the time it hits my TP, it is 3 minutes. So very, very tough one. Definitely want to learn from, but risk management is always key. I would rather not lose than win. But yeah, hit 1 to 3 pretty quickly, and then the 1 to 7 obviously would have been smashed. I probably would have even held this 1 to 10 given current conditions of the market. Targeting this low here, but that's fine. No dramas there. I reckon this week will be my first losing week, so I'm down 1% at the moment, and I'm not seeing much for the rest of the week. So if we look on the 4 hourly, we've now reacted out of that decisional I was talking about. We're either going to react from this point or take this point and react. Now, there is a chance we buy back up. I would just say it's very, very, very slim. I have every time frame as bearish now. You've obviously got the hourly break, which we've already taken the retest from the point and pushed out. We've now had that push. So we just need some structure in this direction in order to continue to buy. But at the moment, we're giving very, very strong bearish confirmations. We have no structure to work with. This will be a no trading day. I won't even watch. I'll probably just do some back testing. I won't even bother watching. So EU, I do not have a read at all. I think it'll just sell. If you're going to try and trade this, I would literally just be looking for a way for this to be some type of trap. So maybe an inducement here, and then an inducement here, and then selling through that point, because I don't see a way to buy this, and I don't think this is actually valid to buy. We took the high that I was targeting yesterday in that decisional. So we've come to the extreme of that decisional. Really, really good build up at the point. Really good inducement, and now we're kind of working back in this direction, following with that bearish structure cycle. So yesterday was the trade day of the week. Now GU did give an entry in here, but obviously I'd already taken my 2 break even, so I was done. But same thing on GU. Hourly, we've now taken that decisional of that break, filled that imbalance. Doesn't look like we're going to come up much higher than this. Like I said, we can. We've got this break, area of retest that took that retest and then pushed. So we've taken an hourly external. Off of the hourly external, I will need 15-minute confirmations in order to buy. If we read in here, we've got nothing. Absolutely nothing. I'll need to take the Asia lows, come up and then take a break, and then look to trade off of that. Until I get that, there's just nothing we can do. I won't trade off the Asia lows. Yes, we've taken the previous day low, but for me, that just kind of like invites more sellers. What we have happen was we induced into the mitigation, then we induced into the mitigation and pushed. So realistically, we're just looking for this slow retracement. It'll be a New York trade in order to sell that, I would say. That's kind of what it's looking like. I don't even have a story on that at all. And then AU, obviously with that trade, I wouldn't want to take a buy if I'd got in the sell and stayed in the sell. It's unfortunate that I copped that break even, really annoying because I was looking for that all session, but here's what it is, plenty more trades to work through. So yeah, nothing to really go over here either. If you jump on the hourly, like I said, if this is a smart money point, we're going to react off this perfectly. We literally tapped the point and then had a perfect reaction. Exactly what I wanted to have happen yesterday played out. And I've walked through that in great detail with the premium group. There's a lot to actually go into in depth as to why this range didn't hold. In terms of that, we've got break, an area of retest, and we've taken it. It has mitigated that bottom point. So if this does hold, this will hold. I just don't think it will. With how aggressive we are up, how aggressive we are down, we're looking quite bearish. I want to replicate that move off of that daily break of structure, especially with the reaction that we've had off that point. If we do push up, we will take the high. I think that's quite evident. On the 15-minute, I would need to see some type of confirmation. Absolutely nothing. We're in the middle of an imbalance. Nothing for me to do here. DXY has now come all the way back up to the inducement high. Like I said, really, really slow push back, really, really quick move up. This now shouldn't hold. On the 4 hourly, we don't have a break of structure. We just have a slow move down. On the hourly, we've already had internal break. We've already taken the retest and pushed. So we've just broken to the upside, in my opinion. On the 15-minute, like we can have a reaction from here. I just don't think it'll hold. I think we're just too bullish off of this move here. So I think buying the DXY makes sense, especially with what's going on in the world. And if you kind of look at what we drew coming into the week, it's repeating that kind of to a T. If it wants to sell from here, it will. I just don't. I need confirmations, and I need confirmations on the DXY included. There's no ranges here, nothing for us to work with. And that's kind of it. So, yeah, probably the hardest week I've had personally of trading. I'm uploading everything every day onto Twitter, so make sure you're a part of that. I'm going to start uploading 1 or 2 of the backtesting sessions I do with the premium group. I'm going to upload that to YouTube so you can watch those. I might even do another one now. But yeah, other than that, that's kind of it. Yeah, trade of the week was this one here. Just needed to kind of hold through that break-even area and trust that analysis. But we did take my invalidation. So one thing to kind of get in the right frame of mind of doing is don't change invalidations during a trade. I didn't here. I mean, it just happened to cost me, but that's fine. I've got some things I've broken down in here that'll help me moving forward. But really, really clean trade. Ticked every box in terms of taking the entry itself. Just didn't want to take me with. So here's what it is. 1 to 3, and then like I said, I probably would have held 1 to 10. But that is fine. So down 1% for the week. What have I got? 4 break evens and a loss. And the loss shouldn't have even been a loss. I shouldn't have taken it. So I've learned from that. But yeah, we'll continue on, see what the second half of this session brings. If it brings anything, I'll obviously update and go from there. So let's have a good Thursday. Let's finish this week off nicely and save our capital for tomorrow.